You ever have one of those days where your whole world shifts, not all at once, but slow and brutal? Like watching a glass fall in slow motion? Yeah, mine started on what should have been the happiest day of my daughter's life. My name's Mark Ellison. I'm a helicopter pilot, been flying 20 years, mostly rescue ops, sometimes VIP tours when the bills pile up. I'm a single dad too, not by choice, but by life. My daughter Abby, she's 10 years old and has cerebral palsy. Been in a wheelchair since she was 2, but man, that girl shines like the morning sun. You meet her once, she'll crack a joke, tell you her favorite dinosaur, and next thing you know, you're smiling like an idiot. That's Abby. We live in a neighborhood called Pinebrook Hills, a place that tries a little too hard to look like a magazine cover. Manicured lawns, matching mailboxes, American flags on every porch. And the puppet master of it all? Madison Crowley, HOA president, 50-something, always dressed like she's headed to court, even when she's just watering her plants. Blonde bob, SUV that sparkles like diamonds, and a stare that could freeze lava. Madison didn't like me much, probably because I never kissed the HOA ring. She fined me for painting my garage door eggshell instead of off-white, wrote me up for excessive wind chimes once. But she really didn't like Abby. You could see it, that twitch in her fake smile every time Abby wheeled by. It's like Abby's presence disrupted the neat little illusion Madison had going. Imperfection was her enemy, and my daughter was her target. It all came to a head during our town's annual Wings Over Pinebrook fundraiser. I'd volunteered to give helicopter rides for charity, 10-minute loops around town to raise money for the elementary school's new tech lab. Abby had been counting down the days. "Daddy, I want to see what clouds look like up close," she'd say with those big brown eyes. "Do they look like whipped cream or pillows?" So I rigged the bird, strapped in extra harnesses, double-checked every bolt, even got her a little pink helmet that said Co-Pilot Abby in glittery letters. She was glowing that morning, waving at everyone like the mayor, sitting by the hangar in her chair, helmet on, cheeks flushed with excitement. Then came Madison, heels clicking across the tarmac like a metronome of doom. She looked at Abby, then at me. "Mark," she said, in that voice that tries to sound sweet but hits like vinegar, "I hope you're not seriously taking your daughter up today. It might be unsettling for the other families." I looked up from checking the rotors. "She's been dreaming of this for months, Madison." "She's fragile. What if she panics mid-flight? It wouldn't reflect well on the community." I tightened a bolt. "She's flying. That's final." Madison gave me a smile so tight I swear I heard it crack, then said, "Well, I'll just ride along to make sure everything stays safe." Now here's the thing, I didn't want her anywhere near that helicopter. But the crowd was watching. A few parents even nodded like it was a reasonable idea. I bit down on my gut instinct and said, "Fine, back seat, don't touch anything." The ride was supposed to be simple. Up, circle once, back down. Abby giggled through the headset, pointing at our neighborhood, her school, the gas station where she always begged for slushies. I was watching her through the rearview mirror, heart full, thinking, this is it. This is the moment she'll remember forever. Then I heard the click. I looked back and saw Madison unbuckling Abby's chest strap. My stomach dropped. "What are you doing?" I barked into the mic. "She looked uncomfortable," Madison said, adjusting the strap with her pale, veiny hands. "Don't touch her!" But it was too late. The chopper caught a minor air pocket, barely a wobble, but enough. Abby slid slightly toward the door. I saw Madison's hand, not pulling her back, pushing. Deliberate. Cold. "Madison, no!" But my voice was swallowed by rotor blades and open sky. Abby screamed, and then she was gone. I killed the throttle and dropped that chopper faster than I ever have in my life. We had a safety net in place, standard protocol, but it was meant to catch gear, not kids. Somehow, by some miracle or divine hand, it held. She bounced once, screamed again, and then went limp. I landed in 12 seconds flat. My boots hit the dirt before the rotor stopped spinning. She was conscious, bleeding, crying, leg bent wrong, but alive. She looked at me and whispered, "Am I in trouble, Daddy?" That broke something I don't think will ever fully heal. Police showed up, ambulance too. Madison was already spinning her tale. Said Abby squirmed, she tried to help, accident, tragedy, that. 2 people backed her up, said they saw her reaching for Abby like a concerned aunt. I told the cops the truth. She pushed my daughter. They nodded politely, wrote it down, but I could see it in their eyes. Grieving dad, probably emotional, probably exaggerating. Case closed. But not for me. 3 days later, I remembered. 2 years ago, I'd installed a flight cam in the cockpit, backup recording system. Completely forgot it was still there. I ran to the hangar, yanked the card, plugged it in, and there it was. Blurry, low res, but damning. You could see her unbuckle the harness, see her push, see her face, calm, focused, not shocked, not scared. Problem was, video was too grainy to be ironclad. Her lawyers would rip it apart. I needed more. I needed her to say it. So, I did what I do best. I planned. Turns out Madison had been crooked for years, fining people for fake violations, taking kickbacks from landscaping companies, forcing renters out so she could buy cheap. I dug it all up. Quietly, patiently. Then came the Pinebrook Holiday Gala. Madison had arranged VIP helicopter rides to impress the donors. Guess who was flying? Yours truly. That night, I wore my uniform, smiled for the cameras, shook hands. Madison strutted across the lawn like she owned the sky. Silver dress, perfectly curled hair, 3 champion-fueled friends in tow. I led them to the helicopter. Madison sat up front. "Ready for a ride," she said with a smirk. We took off smooth. 10 minutes of city lights, laughter, selfies. Then I changed course. Mark," said Madison, "this isn't the route." "Thought we'd swing over the lake," I said. "It's peaceful, quiet, nobody around." I hovered over still black water. Then I asked it, low and calm. "Why did you push Abby?" Silence. "That fall didn't just happen. I saw you." "You're out of line," she snapped. "That was an accident. You need help." I tilted the chopper. Just a nudge. The cabin gasped. "Tell the truth." "Stop it, Mark," she yelled, knuckles white around the seatbelt. "I saw your face, Madison. Cold, calculated. You meant to scare her." Her voice cracked. "I didn't mean for her to fall, okay? I just wanted you gone. I thought if she got scared, you'd leave Pinebrook. I didn't think she'd actually fall." Her friends froze. One of them, a lawyer, leaned forward. "This is being recorded, Madison. You realize that, right?" Her lip trembled. "You don't understand. People like her, they lower property values. I was trying to protect the community." I swear time stood still after she said that. When we landed, cops were waiting. The lawyer had called mid-air. She was arrested for attempted murder, fraud, and about half a dozen HOA violations. Front page news the next morning. HOA president pushes disabled child, caught on tape. She lost everything. House, title, fake reputation, freedom. Got 15 years. But the real victory? Abby started sleeping again. Stopped waking up screaming. She started flying with me again. Short trips at first, then longer ones. Eventually, she got her own pilot's license. Kid made the sky her playground. Now, Pinebrook Hills. It's different. HOA disbanded, replaced by a community-run group focused on inclusion. Abby even got a plaque on the old HOA office wall for teaching us that being different makes us better. And Madison? She got out after 10 years, lives in another state now. Sent Abby a letter for her 21st birthday, said she was sorry. And you know what? I believe she meant it. Me? I'm still flying, still watching the world from above. But sometimes, when I look down at that lake, I remember that night. I remember the sound of my daughter's scream vanishing into the wind, and the moment we took it all back. Now let me ask you something. What would you have done if someone tried to throw your child out of the sky and got away with it? Leave a comment. I want to hear what justice looks like to you. And if this story hit you anywhere deep, hit that like button. Maybe even share it with someone who needs to be reminded. Sometimes, the people who seem weakest are actually the strongest. And sometimes, just sometimes, the sky remembers.